Hey y'all, how you doing today? Dana here, and I'm not in my kitchen. As you can see, I'm outside. I'm actually at my parents', and I'm in their turnip green patch. Can you see these turnip greens back here? These are turnip greens, and then those back there are mustard greens. So I'm gonna, as we say in the South, pick me a mess of greens, and we're gonna go in and wash them and get them cooking. So I'll be showing y'all how my family does it. And I'm going to tell you something. If you want some delicious greens like you've never had before, the best ones you've ever had, stay tuned on this video. You're going to love it. All right, y'all, we're about to start picking. We got us a wash tub, as my mama calls it. We got us some little knives that'll fit our little hands, and we're going to get down here and start picking these turnip greens. It's not hard at all. Mom will be out here in a minute and she'll answer any questions you've got about turnip greens. You really don't want the oldest leaves. You want the younger leaves because the older ones get a little bitter. So you just go down through there and you cut off the ends and you get the leaves. The leaves are what you want. Here comes my mom. The kids call her Grangran. Here she comes. Tell them which leaves we need to pick on.
Any of them is good, but just get the smaller leaves.
Okay, well, we're going to start picking, and you can just watch us, and then we're going to fill this bucket up and take it in and wash it. Wash all these after we get us, as we call it, a mess of greens down here in the South.
Yeah. These haven't been picked. A lot of them you can trail, so we pick the big ones off, so the little ones that come home.
Yeah, yeah.
But this one has been done with a week or two. So.
Yeah. Well, I do want some mustard mixed in with mine.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to scoot back here and get the mustard, and we're just going to pick, so y'all enjoy the turnip green patch. And remember, we need to get those tender leaves. We don't want the huge ones. We want the tender ones, so they'll be good. And you got to get more turnip greens than you think you need because they cook down. Woo-wee, it was cold this morning when I got up. We went up to Palisades and spoke to a group up there, and it was 29 degrees up there. It was very cold. Ooh, yeah. Push them down, push them down. Gonna get a little bit more of this mustard back here. The mustard is just a different kind of green than the turnip green, and they taste delicious, and they do taste a little different. But I'm telling you, they're delicious. If you can get a mixture of both, go ahead and get a mixture of both. You will not be sorry. Good. Does Tommy's donkeys have names? Does his donkeys have names back there?
No, well, I don't know if they do or not. They don't call them.
My ring.
I call them the donkey doos.
The donkey doos.
There's two up here. That's the mama and the baby. And,
well, yeah.
And then there's one and a little horse down in the other pasture by the big pond.
Well, alrighty. Well, my wedding ring just flew off of my hand out here in the cold. I think it's in here with the turnip greens, but we'll have to earn it. Where are you? I didn't hear it ding, but it came off when I threw those down in there. Good gracious. That's what happens when my hands get cold. My fingers shrink. We'll find it when we get in there washing them. If we don't, I need to remember where I'm at. Halfway down.
You think we got enough?
Yeah, I think we got enough. Do you?
Yeah.
All right. How many will this feed right here?
A lot.
About 6?
And it depends on how many people like it.
Okay, this is what we've got here. A bucket full, and this will probably feed maybe 6 people. So now we're going to go in the house and get them washed. Y'all come along with us. All right, y'all, we're back in the house. It's a lot warmer in Grangran's house than it is outside. But we have got our bucket set down in the sink, and now we're putting water in it. We're doing 2 things, looking for my wedding ring, and we got to get the dirt off of these. So here we go. We're going to send it through several washes. What do you think, Grangran? How many washes?
About 3.
Yeah, we're going to go through 3 washes. So we're going to get started. We'll rinse them and move them over here, and then rinse them and move them back over there. So that's what we're doing. We'll just leave you running so you can see what we're doing. Do you put salt in yours when you wash yours?
No, I don't. But
Okay.
You can.
I'm going to put a little salt. I usually drop a little salt in mine when I'm washing on the first go round, so it'll kill anything that's on there.
That's attached to them.
Yeah, there you go. All right.
Any mites or anything.
Yeah, any kind of little critters on there, we don't want them, so we're going to get rid of them. So here's the Grangran doing a good job. Have you found my ring yet?
Not yet.
Me either.
I thought I would have found it by now.
Yeah, me too. Oh, well, what an adventure.
You want me to wash or you want to wash?
You put them over here and I'll get started on the next one.
Okay.
All right. I heard something metal, I think. All right, now that's one wash. Now we're putting them in here. This is wash number 2. Because we don't want any grit in our turnip greens. If you've ever had turnip greens with grit in them, you don't want that. All right, these feeling pretty good.
Yeah.
And I always try to judge my the water. I look at the water after I do the first wash to see how dirty they are, and then I can just keep washing, you know.
These are not very dirty at all.
No. Let me stick my hand down in there. Oh man, I don't feel a ring in there at all. I'm gonna have to go back to the turnip green patch.
Go back to the turnip green patch.
Yeah. Yeah. Dadgummit. Uh-oh. I don't see a ring in there. It looks like I'll be going back to the turnip green patch to look for my ring.
Okay.
All right, now we can look down in the water and we can see that, you know, there is some dirt in there. We're going to, that lets us know that we need to do another wash.
Good.
All right, here we go. I got another tub here.
I'm going to go check the turnip green patch.
Okay, you know where I was when I dropped it? Okay. Grangran's going to look and see if we can find it. We're going to do one more wash. We always put it through at least 3. And you do this so you can get that dirt to drop off. All right. Good time at the turnip green patch. If you see anything you need to pull it out like a dead leaf, go ahead and pull it out. Ooh, my hair's in the way, but I'm not messing with it. Oh, yeah. Good gracious. I hope we got that right. We got this going. We're going to run some more water, and I'm going to show you what this water looks like. It's got green from the chlorophyll in the plant. It's got some stuff floating, so we know we're doing right to put it through one more wash. And then we're going to have somebody special come aboard and help us cook it. It's going to be my dad. You want to come over here, Dad? My dad is great at cooking turnip greens. Here's Pawpaw, and he's going to show us how he makes them. And y'all, the recipe's in my cookbook. Happiness is Homemade, y'all. You can get it on Amazon. It'll come right to your house. And his recipe's in there, but he's going to show you how to do it. He's a pro with turnip greens.
That's just a mean turnip green.
He cooks a mean turnip green. It's really good. You think you don't like turnip greens? Make some like his. You're going to love them. What's the first thing we got to do, Pawpaw?
Well, after you get them washed, I'm going to put 3 tablespoons of bacon grease in the pot.
So Pawpaw's saying if you don't have any bacon grease, you can cook some bacon. But this is what they save their bacon grease in, and Grangran, my mother, saves it. So we're ready for you to get started. The turnip greens.
Well, that's a pretty good sized pot of greens, so we'll put 3 tablespoons of bacon grease in the pan.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, and 3.
Okay.
Let me turn the eye on. I'm gonna turn it on high.
Okay.
For right now. I'm making my roux now. After that grease smells good, I'll put 3 cups of water in it.
Okay, 3 cups of water.
3 cups of water.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'll put 4 Weiler's chicken bouillon cubes in it.
Yeah,
4 of them.
hold that up.
Now, Mama, she's in here, Granny, she says, don't put that in it. She's all the time telling me how to cook it, but they love my turnip greens, so I still cook them the way I always do.
So you put 4 of the bouillon cubes in it.
Yeah, I'm going to put a pot that size if this is going to be.
Yeah, this is a big pot right here.
Yeah. I'll put them in after I get three cups of water in it. The grease is melting pretty good now. So.
Okay, we'll look over there.
And 3 cups.
Okay. Then after you get the 3 cups, you're going to open your bouillons.
Yeah. There's 1, 2, and 3, and 4. So I'm going to melt the grease off of the spoon.
Okay.
In that hot water. And I want to get it to a boil so it'll dissolve those bouillon cubes. And I'm going to put 1 teaspoonful of salt in it.
Okay, 1 teaspoon of salt.
1 teaspoon of salt. Now that's a teaspoon, I guarantee you.
Okay, we trust you.
And by the way, I washed my hands a good while ago. I might go ahead and mash the cubes up a little bit to make them dissolve better, quicker. But
if you don't mash them, will they dissolve by themselves?
Yeah, they will. When it just comes to a boil, they'll dissolve quick. Okay. Well, I'm going to have to taste the roux to make sure it's right and got enough salt in it. Okay, I'm fixing to taste the roux. It's boiling good. That's good. That'll cook a mean turnip green.
Very good. We can't wait.
I'll just move the pot right here and we'll put them in. I don't know if we can put that many in there to start with. We may have to put part of them in now and then add the rest when these cook down a little. Yeah, I think we'll have to do that, but it don't hurt. Just let these cook down a little and then put the rest of them in. And yeah, that's going to be a big pot of greens.
Oh yeah, that's what we want.
These will cook down. Leave the stove, the eye on high, and they'll cook down pretty quick and put the rest of them in, and we'll leave it on high for a little while to cook them down a little. Then we'll turn it on low and let them simmer for a while.
How long do you let them simmer before you can eat them?
I don't know. Well, you can check them along, and when they get done, it might take an hour if you want to simmer them that long.
All right.
Or you can cook them quicker if you want to cook them faster, but we like the hour to simmer for a while after they get boiled down pretty good.
All right, I'm going to open and let them look at it again. There you go. It's looking good. They're going to all wilt down shortly.
Okay.
Okay, y'all, this is what they look like after they've been going for 10 or 15 minutes. And I've spent the 10 or 15 minutes down in the turnip green patch looking for my ring, but we hadn't found it yet. But anyway, we're not going to worry about it. I'll get somebody with a metal detector to come up and help me. Anyways, looking good. What do you think, Pawpaw?
Well, let's let them simmer for a little while now.
All right.
They're probably about done, but we'll let them simmer a little while, make them better.
Okay, sounds good to me. There's a story about Mom and Dad and their turnip green ministry in my book. Look, y'all. There's my wedding band. Phew. I found it. Thank the Lord. All right. Next time I come picking turnip greens, this thing's staying at the house. Oh, thank you, Lord. I've got my wedding band. Woo-hoo! Hey, y'all. I am back. I'm very thankful right now because I've got some wonderful turnip greens fresh from the turnip green patch, and I got my wedding band. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Whew. I got to tell you, when I was out there looking, I looked and looked and looked and looked, and Mother looked and Dad looked. We all went out there and looked, and I was doing some serious praying, but we found it. Yay. I found it out there by myself, praying and searching. So thank you, Lord. I found my wedding band. Got some turnip greens in there, got some cornbread on the top, and I'm going to make sure I get some juice. I like a lot of juice in mine. Some people don't. I do. Because this juice that Dad does, y'all, it's delicious. It's just delicious. What can I say about it? Now, I like it like this, and it's really tasty like this. But some people put pepper juice on it. So, you know, if you want pepper juice on it, you open some peppers, and you just do a little drizzle, and it gives it a good little kick. And I promise I have a fork. Oh, there it is. And then we get to do this, and you know what I got to do? I got to say the blessing. Thank you, Lord, for turnip greens fresh from the turnip green patch. And thank you, Lord, for letting me find my wedding band. Yes, sirree. All right, here we go. I'm going in. Oh, my. That is delicious. Those are smooth. They're not bitter at all. They have a wonderful taste from the bacon. They are just delicious. So I'm going to have the family happy tonight. We're going to enjoy all of this. Y'all, I promise you, my dad knows how to make turnip greens. And you can find his recipe for this and the best cornbread in my book, Happiness is Homemade. Find it on Amazon. You can get an ebook. It'll come right to your device, or you can order a print book and it'll come right to your house. All right, y'all. Y'all go have some good turnip greens. And I'm going to tell you what I always tell you. The good Lord loves you, and I love you too. Y'all go have a really good day. Find somebody and make friends with somebody that's got a turnip green patch. You won't be sorry. Love and blessings to you. Bye-bye.